Please help me to reach 1,000 subscribers. The message came at 2:17 p.m. Right in the middle of a meeting I wasn't really listening to. You should check your house when you're gone. No name. Just my neighbor's number underneath the text. For a moment I thought it was a mistake. Maybe meant for someone else on the street. My thumbs hovered over the screen, unsure whether to ask what he meant or pretend I'd never seen it. Then another message appeared. I didn't want to say anything before, but it doesn't feel right anymore. A strange coldness spread through my chest, slow and quiet, like water seeping into cracks. I told myself there had to be a normal explanation. A broken window, a delivery mix-up, something small, something harmless. Still, I left work early. The drive home felt longer than usual. Every red light lasted too long. Every passing minute made the silence in my car heavier. I kept replaying the last few weeks in my head, searching for anything that might connect to those texts. She'd been distant. Not cruel. Not obvious. Just slightly out of reach. Missed calls she returned hours later with soft apologies. Her phone turning face down on the table, something she never used to do. Long showers after coming home, saying work had been stressful. Normal things. Reasonable things. At least that's what I'd told myself. Because love makes you explain away the details that don't fit. Our house looked the same when I pulled into the driveway. Quiet. Ordinary. Safe. The late afternoon sun rested on the windows like nothing in the world had changed. I sat in the car for a full minute before getting out. My neighbor stepped onto his porch when he saw me. His expression wasn't curious or dramatic. Just tired, like someone carrying news he never wanted to hold. "I'm sorry," he said quietly. "I thought maybe I was wrong. But I installed a security camera last month. It catches part of your front door." The words didn't land all at once. They arrived slowly, each one heavier than the last. He handed me his phone. "I didn't want to send it," he added. "Felt like something you should see in person." The video was only 23 seconds long. My front door. Midday sunlight. Stillness. Then a car I didn't recognize pulled into the driveway. A man stepped out, confident, familiar in the way strangers shouldn't be. He didn't knock. He walked straight to the door like he already knew the rhythm of the house. And then, the door opened before he even reached it. She was smiling. Not the polite smile she gave neighbors. Not the tired smile she gave me lately. A different one. Softer. Certain. The kind of smile that used to belong to us. She pulled him inside quickly, like she didn't want the world to see. The door closed. The video ended. I didn't realize I'd stopped breathing until my lungs started to ache. Nothing around me moved. The street, the trees, the quiet afternoon. But inside my chest something had collapsed completely. Not loudly. Not dramatically. Just a silent breaking like thin glass under pressure. "How long?" I asked, though I wasn't sure who I was asking. My neighbor shook his head. "I don't know." I handed the phone back carefully, afraid I might drop it if my hand shook any harder. "Thank you," I said, and my voice sounded far away, like it belonged to someone else. Inside the house, everything was painfully normal. Her mug in the sink. A blanket folded on the couch. The faint scent of her shampoo still in the air. Proof of a life that an hour ago I believed was real. I sat at the kitchen table and tried to match memories with the woman in that video. The night she fell asleep on my shoulder during a movie. The way she squeezed my hand when crossing busy streets. The quiet promise in her voice when she said, "It's always going to be us." I searched those memories for lies. I found none, which somehow hurt even more. Because it meant something true had existed once. And I had no idea when it stopped. Her key turned in the lock just after 6. I didn't move from the table. She walked in, smiling automatically. Then froze when she saw me home early. For a split second, confusion crossed her face. Then fear. It was small, barely visible. But once you see fear, you can't unsee it. "You're home," she said carefully. "Yeah." Silence stretched between us, thin and fragile. I slid my phone across the table. The video was already playing. She didn't touch it. She didn't need to. Her shoulders sank slowly, like something inside her had given up pretending. "I was going to tell you," she whispered. Those 6 words hurt more than anything else. Not because they were cruel, because they were gentle. I didn't mean for it to happen, she said, eyes filling. I thought it was just a phase. Something that would pass. I listened numb, noticing strange details, how the clock ticked too loudly, how the refrigerator hummed, how ordinary sounds continue even when a life is ending. Do you love him? I asked. She covered her mouth, and that was answer enough. The hardest part wasn't the anger. It was the quiet understanding that arrived underneath it. Love doesn't always end with a fight. Sometimes it ends with distance, with silence, with someone slowly turning toward a different future while you're still holding the past. I wish you had told me when it started fading, I said. Tears slipped down her cheeks. I didn't want to lose you. I nodded slowly. And now? Her silence said everything. That night I packed a single bag. Not because I was strong, because staying felt like slowly disappearing. At the door I looked back once more. Not at her, but at the life we built in small ordinary moments. Morning coffee, shared jokes, quiet Sundays, all the invisible threads that had already unraveled before I ever saw the proof. I hope you find whatever you're looking for, I said softly. She cried harder, but I understood something then. Some goodbyes aren't about punishment. They're about choosing not to break any further. Outside the air felt different. Colder. Wider. Honest. My neighbor's porch light flicked on as evening settled in. The world kept moving, indifferent and steady. I stood there with my bag in my hand and a hollow space in my chest where certainty used to live. And for the first time since watching that video, I realized the footage didn't just show what I'd lost. It showed me the truth I needed to leave. The truth that sometimes heartbreak isn't the end of your story. Just the moment you finally step out of the life that was quietly ending and begin the slow, painful work of finding yourself again.